And hello everybody, welcome back to RFC News. A big update with regard to transfers. Of course, yesterday we reported to you with regard to the individual that Rangers submitted a bid for. That was €3 million. We've got a bit of an update with regard to here, but we've also got an update with regard to two potential outgoings as well. Yes, quite a lot of movement expected between now and the end of the January transfer window, and especially on an incoming front. I've been speaking about this quite clearly, that Rangers do need to bring in some more bodies, as the title race is certainly heating up. In today's video, guys, we are going to be providing you an update with three big stories, but first, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. So first things first, ladies and gentlemen, it's being reported that Danilo, that Paphos had made a bid for the striker Danilo as Rangers look to reshape their forward line in the coming days. So Paphos, a Cypriot side, have submitted a bid to try and get him. But not only that, there's also a Dutch side called NEC Nijmegen that are also interested in Danilo's services as well, potentially one to watch. A lot of fans did see, of course, Danilo and his celebration in his goal in the 3-0 win over Dundee, and some are saying that it looked like a farewell. So certainly one there to watch, as Paphos did make a Danilo bid, and also a Dutch side also interested in his services as well. There's also being reports with regard to Gassama that Monaco submitted a loan offer with an obligation to buy, but Rangers did reject that move for the winger. Of course, Gassama is attracting a lot of interest around Europe. I'm looking in our fan base at this moment in time, and a lot of fans are like, yeah, I have no problem with getting rid of him. However, I still feel like he's a young player, and he's clearly got talent there. He just needs to come into his sort of A game, so to speak. But I wouldn't be entertaining any offers seriously unless it's a serious cash offer for a permanent transfer. Gone are the days where we're doing these sort of loaning out our top prospects. So yeah, Monaco looking and interested in the player, submitting an offer for him tells you everything that you need to know on how highly rated he is currently around Europe. But it does look like Rangers did, of course, reject that proposal. Now, moving on to this player, Ryan Naderi. Of course, we reported to you yesterday that Rangers submitted a €3 million bid for his services. However, there's been a bit of an update from Florian Plettenberg, the guy that actually broke the story. And he says that at the moment, Hansa Rostock do not want to accept the €3 million offer for Ryan Naderi. On the one hand, they do not yet have a replacement. On the other hand, they are trying to sell him for an even higher fee in the summer. Talks are currently stalling. Naderi wants to move to Rangers, one to watch until deadline day. So, of course, this player looks exciting. Certainly a sort of market that I want us to shop in, but it does seem as though it's stalling at this moment in time, as Hansa Rostock do not want to accept the €3 million offer, but the player will be pushing for this move. So, yeah, interesting there, but there's your Rangers transfer update. In other news, Rangers' hopes of landing Sunderland player Danilo have suffered a significant setback, with the midfielder now on the verge of completing a move to Championship promotion chasers Ipswich Town. Danny Rowe's side are working against the clock to strengthen their squad before the winter transfer window closes on February 2nd. With Rangers locked in an increasingly intense Scottish Premiership title race with Celtic and Hearts, recruitment chiefs have been eager to inject extra quality into the group. While forward Danilo is expected to depart on loan, the club have been described as desperate to add reinforcements in key areas before the deadline. Neil had emerged as a primary midfield target, and Rangers have been attempting to prize him away from Sunderland for several weeks. However, their efforts now appear set to fall short after Ipswich accelerated their own move for the 24-year-old. On Monday afternoon, Sky Sports reporter Keith Downey delivered the clearest indication yet that Rangers were losing the race. He revealed, Dan Neil is having a medical at Ipswich Town ahead of a proposed loan move from Sunderland. With his contract expiring in the summer, it effectively means he's played his last game for his boyhood club.
That update proved telling, and it soon emerged that the midfielder had allegedly passed his medical later the same day, pushing the deal to the brink of completion. With his Sunderland contract due to expire at the end of the season, the loan move to Ipswich is widely expected to include an understanding that he will leave the Stadium of Light permanently in the summer. For Rangers, it represents a frustrating conclusion to a pursuit that had gathered momentum in recent weeks. Neil, who captained Sunderland to promotion from League One, has been a mainstay for the Black Cats over the past few seasons. He has racked up 200 senior appearances for the club and was a key figure in their rise through the divisions. However, following a major summer overhaul of Sunderland's squad, his role diminished sharply. New midfield arrivals, including Granit Xhaka, Noah Siddiqui, and Habib Diarra, pushed Neil down the pecking order, and he has managed just 3 appearances in all competitions this season. Speaking earlier this month, Sunderland boss Régis Le Bris appeared to hint that departures were inevitable for players on the fringes of his plans. "We have a very competitive squad now, and some players want more minutes than we can give them," he said. "We have to be open to solutions that are right for the player and the club." Ipswich, currently sitting 3rd in the Championship and pushing hard for an immediate return to the Premier League after last season's relegation, have moved decisively to exploit that situation. Their head coach Kieran McKenna has made no secret of his desire to strengthen his midfield options. "We're always looking to improve the group if the right opportunity comes along," McKenna recently stated. "Any addition has to bring quality, energy, and the right mentality." With Neil now set for Portman Road, Rangers are being forced to pivot quickly, with just over a week remaining in the window. Attention has already turned to alternative targets across Europe and the English leagues. Sheffield Wednesday fullback Jan Valery is understood to be on Rangers' shortlist, with the Championship side battling relegation following a series of points deductions. Tromsø midfielder Jens Hjertudal is also said to be on the club's radar, viewed as a long-term development project with significant upside. Meanwhile, Röhl's personal connections could yet prove influential in shaping Rangers' late business. The German coach maintains a strong relationship with Barcelona boss Hansi Flick after working together at Bayern Munich, and that link has fueled speculation over a potential move for Barcelona winger Dani Rodriguez. Whether any of those deals materialize remains to be seen. But what is clear is that Rangers face a pivotal final week of the transfer window. Missing out on Danilo is a blow, but the club remain determined to bolster their squad as they chase a First League title since 2021. As one senior Rangers source reportedly put it, "We know we need to act quickly now. The ambition is still there to bring in the right players before the deadline." For supporters, an intriguing and potentially dramatic end to the window now awaits. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.